Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Weekends beginning January 7th.
Sunday's Coast to Coast Pick 5. It's time to handicap. We've got Brian Nadeau from Gulfstream Park in the Silks room. We'll be joined shortly by Jeff Siegel at Santa Anita. Here's the lineup for the Pick 5, Coast to Coast style. It's race number 8 at Gulfstream, kicking things off around 3:37 Eastern, a mile and a 16th allowance race on the main track. Turf Mile allowance horses go to battle in race number 2 at Santa Anita. We'll have Turf Milers in the maiden ranks at Gulfstream Park in race number 9. Santa Anita's 6th race is the $200,000 Grade 3 San Marcos at a mile and a quarter on the grass. And we'll wrap it up in the Grade 3 Palos Verdes for dirt sprinters at Santa Anita in race number 7. Brian, we don't get a lot of free spaces in the Coast to Coast Pick 5 when people crack open the PPs and see Charge It in this allowance race at Gulfstream in race number 8. Are we to just take the single?
Yeah, JP, I think Charge It, who was, going to be a huge second half Triple Crown 3-year-old kind of horse last year, and he's going to make his first start since the Dwyer when he ran a 111, if the speed figures are your ilk. I saw him schooling in the paddock. I actually tweeted out a video of it the other day. He looks like an absolute tank, a bigger, meaner, stronger 4-year-old, and he might literally be 1-9 in this race. The good thing is sometimes the betting public doesn't like singling to kick off a sequence, but there is no one here that's going to beat Charge It on Sunday.
Let's go to the 9th race then. Will we spread our wings a little bit in this Turf Mile allowance race following the single?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a formful race, but I'll use 3 of them. Solicitation, I thought, ran pretty well on debut. She got nagged a little bit on the lead, but all things considered, she held pretty well to be 4th. Adds Lasix for this. I just expect her to be tighter today. Soviet Express stretches out for Todd Pletcher, and I think that's really key. She might lead him all the way on a turf course that can be a little bit speedy. And then Pletcher and Rapoli have a firster, a homebred, the 5, Nona's Tiramisu, that has a nice pedigree. And I, as much as I like the 4 and the 2, I don't feel like she's got to be a freak to be able to play with them on debut. I would like to think I can get out of this race with those 3.
We're focused at Gulfstream. We'll see what Jeff Siegel has for his Santa Anita picks up next. Be sure to take advantage of that $10 free bet when you play the Coast to Coast Pick 5 with First Bet and Express Bet. Opt into the promo and send it in. Let's start in the second, Jeff. It's a Turf Mile allowance. Where are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards the horse that I know can handle grass, and that is number 6, Tom and Jazzy. Now, he's only had one start on the grass. That was a clever win here at Santa Anita over the same course and distance. He is bred to be a grass horse, and I think that's where he'll remain from here on in. He's got a good stalking style. He's first-time Lasix. He can kick it in. Frankie rides. I like number 6, Tom and Jazzy, as a strong play here, but for protection, I'll also throw in number 4, Thirsty Pappy. He just won his first start on grass as well. I don't think he's as good as the other horse, but he looks like he's found a home on grass. He's got a good stalking style as well for Peter Miller. So number 4, Thirsty Pappy, a good backup or a saver, but the main punch for me is going to go to number 6, Tom and Jazzy.
Let's turn the page to race number 6. It's the $200,000 Grade 3 San Marcos, a mile and a quarter on the grass, big field of 10. Who do you like in this one, Jeff?
Well, this is a spread. I mean, this is a grass grab bag. You see many of these horses have raced against each other. They take turns. There's very little separation among the group, so you almost have to spread. My advice is to use as many as you can afford to on your ticket. Number 9, the Gray Wizard, is a developing horse from Gray Emotions. Mine, love the way he won his last race at this same mile and a quarter grass distance. Now, he didn't beat this field, but he's run well against them. 2 races back, he ran second in the Hollywood Turf Cup. That continued improvement, I think, will show up. But I want to also use number 10, Avenue. He's a veteran turf specialist. And number 4, Prince Obama, who actually won the Hollywood Turf Cup 2 races back. All 3 of those horses are capable on their best day. They don't have to win, but they're going to fire. I'm hopeful that one of them will. So I'm going to go actually with the Gray Wizard, number 9 on top.
Great thing about a pick 5 is you just need one of them to deliver to get through the race. To the 7th race we go, the finale on the weekend's Coast to Coast Pick 5 wagers. Race number 7 is the Grade 3 Palos Verdes, field of 6 in here. Jeff, can we narrow it, or do you need a few?
I'm going to need a few here as well. I'm going to try to take the best speed horse, which is number 1, Straight No Chaser. He tried to beat Taba last time out in the Malibu going 7/8. He was right there until deep stretch and then faded. I think he's better at 3/4. Inside speed, the controlling speed. So I'm going to go with Straight No Chaser on top. Howbeit is a specialist. He's won 4 races at Santa Anita. He sits in the middle somewhere, so he can stalk, pounce, and go. I would throw him in. And then Radical Right from the East, Peter Miller shipper. He's the deep closer. If there's a pace meltdown, Radical Right has numbers that are competitive. He'll be running on late. But for me, my top selection, inside speed, number 1, Straight No Chaser.
Let's review the picks from Brian Nadeau and Jeff Siegel in this week's Coast to Coast Pick 5 Sunday finale. Be sure to check the official track websites at Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita for updated scratches and changes as our podcasts are cut in advance. Good luck in this week's Coast to Coast Pick 5.